Yeah, no problem.
All right, so good morning, everybody. We had a couple of set and forget trades from last night that worked out, and we had one that went the other way. Ooh, I don't want to mess that up. Uh, let me just find my way back here. Is this the right broker? Yeah. You see, I've got all this experimental stuff floating around here. I was trying to open. Let me go over here and do it this way. Okay, and account history. This can't be the right broker. What happened to all the trades?
Well, yeah, that's
No,
yesterday.
it is.
30th of September
We
yesterday.
just started. Yeah, we just started a new month.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, there should be a couple of other trades in here. Um, wait. Uh,
Perhaps because they closed out yesterday, not the.
there they are.
Yeah.
All right. So we had, a good run of trades. I'll just talk over what we did. Let's go back to the Aussie dollar. Oh, wait. Let me go to the naked chart. Oh, gee. Maybe it's this one. No, no. There we go. And all of these other charts I have to minimize. Okay, this is what we were. This is Aussie dollar. Now this one, this trade didn't pan out. I was looking for it to come back down here, and if it broke above this, this is what I was looking for was a break above, a retest, and then it took off, which is what it did after it broke above this line. But our trade, as you can see, we went short here on this trend line break,
Yeah.
and there was our stop.
Mm.
And I mentioned this yesterday that if it does close the trade above this line, that's probably a signal to go the other way. But I didn't set up the other trade. I guess I must have been talking about something else or looking at another chart. But it was worth the risk because of the risk reward ratio. We were risking 16 pips to make 70, and so we could have done that 4 or 5 times and still not have hurt ourselves. Okay, and it did go down.
Well, you had profit there, didn't you?
Yeah,
That's
no,
good.
it did get into profit, but at the time we set this, this was set and forget. We set it, and I had
Yeah.
to leave. It was 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Our euro dollar trade. Wait a minute. Let me do this way. Let me bring up the euro dollar chart because I have markings on it. There we go. We had this 1, 2, 3 set up here. Our euro dollar trade. This was my original entry, and this was the stop loss, and this was our take profit. So, and let me just drag this up. This was another set and forget, and as you can see, we hit our take profit on this one. Could have given us a little bit more, um, but I can't complain. All right. Um, our exit was actually here. No, this was our entry. I'm sorry, and this was our take profit. So we're okay on that. The other, this was pound Aussie was the other one. Let's go to pound Aussie. And pound Aussie was, this was our entry. I'm looking at 15-minute charts. These are done on 5, but we'll go back to the 5 minutes. Our original take profit was down in this area. However, when I came back, we were up 60 pips over here, and it started to pull back pretty hard. And I decided, you know what, 60 pips is 60 pips. It was up as much as 70 on this candle. So the set and forget trades, as I mentioned, were the backbone of my profit when I was still working because I couldn't sit at the chart, like I do now. And I would look for certain setups, place them, go to work, and then come home and see what the results were. So let's minimize this, and I want to minimize all these other charts. We don't need them. Now tomorrow is non-farms payroll, so I don't know how much volatility we're going to see today. Let's go back to these trades here. Let's open this up. This is the pound Aussie. And I made a mark here just for the general area where I got out. But as you can see, it would have given us our take profit. But when I exit the trade manually and I drag the trade back in the chart, it doesn't show us the original trade setup, where the original take profit was. But as I said, you know, the 60 pips was 60 pips. And also it got us back over our back over 5,000. So we got back everything that went south during that drawdown. So again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but never panic over a trade that doesn't pan out, because you can always get it back, just a step at a time. And we didn't double down. We didn't revenge trade. In fact, we even cut our lot size on some of the trades just to keep the risk in order. And we still got everything back plus some gravy. So it's just an important thing to keep in the back of your mind. Okay, one bad trade doesn't mean you're a bad person. Don't try not to tie your self-esteem to the outcome of any particular trade. So that's where we are. We're back over the 5,000, and that was our goal. You got me just to get back, and now we can start looking for regular trades again. I'm working on when we do the long-term stuff. Now, Ron is saying yes, and yes to what? I guess when I was asking about the audio or whatever, Ron? Yeah, probably so. It was 8:27, yeah. Any questions on any of these trades, or the setup or anything like that? Or the logic behind them, the lot size? Okay, no? All right, so we'll start looking for some other stuff. This pound Aussie, I'm thinking it's going to reverse because we've already blown out yesterday's range. Let's squeeze this in a bit. And let's throw a fib up, because once it blows out the range, its general target is the 50%, which would be right up in here. All right, which wouldn't be an unusual move. So let's just mark that with a line. Okay, then we'll get rid of the fib. So that would be our target. Now, right now, this is showing bearish inclination because we've got a 1, 2, 3 here. All right, let me open this up. And you can see there's the 1, there's the 2, there's the 3, and it's after a series of higher lows. All right. So this could be something, but we'll have to wait and see, because we're really in no man's land here at the moment, and we have an uptrend in place, a minor uptrend, which is probably just a pullback on a higher time frame. We go out to a 1 hour. You see the 1 hour is clearly short, and all of this we're looking at right now is basically the pullback in the 1 hour downtrend. So we'll see. This looks like it's turning into a warning candle right here. All right, so that's pound Aussie. Let's run the rest of them. Let's go look at euro dollar. Euro dollar had a W here. A swing low and a higher swing low, and that looks like it wants to move up also. Yesterday's range was 104, so we didn't tear that out yet. And we're only 40 pips today, so this really could go in either direction. So we'll get a bead from a higher time frame, and even the higher time frame is in a price trap. See that? So this, we'll have to be a bit careful with this and possibly trade to the ranges. All right, so we'll put this in as a range here, and we'll put this in as a range here. And that's about all we can, that's the most visible thing is what I'll say. We got 1, 2, 3 big triangles here. Triangle in here, a triangle right here, and a triangle right here. So we may get the fourth triangle coming back this way. That's euro dollar. Okay, let's look at Aussie dollar. Aussie dollar is in no man's land. We doubled yesterday's range. Yesterday, some of these pairs had unusually tight ranges. So this looks like it could go short. It's had a nice run up, and we need to close below here before we consider this a short. If you remember, we talked about the AB boundaries here. Let me just see something. We just barely closed short, but on both occasions we bounced back. So we need a convincing short below this low. Then we would consider that a downtrend. Otherwise, this could just be a bounce and a continuation. Pound yen is a bit of a chop fest here. Let's go out to a higher time frame. Okay, pound yen is clearly short, but this is a pullback here at the moment. So I'd still be thinking pound yen short, but we'd have to wait to get a good signal. The after this pullback here, let's put a mark here for right now. Let's take a look at euro yen. Would probably be similar and slightly different candle formation, but generally similar. And we still have some room left in this. New Zealand dollar. We had the 1, 2, 3 here, as you can see, after that extended run up, and then we failed to make a new high. Okay, because you see here, we broke this high right here. We broke this high right here, and we broke this high in here. And now these guys did not break this high, so that would have been a clear 1, 2, 3 short. Oh, wrong tool. Delete. And I had asked Tony to take a look at a fib tool that I put together some time ago. It's a combination of some stuff from MTI, Carolyn Borden, and oh boy, I think the Fibonacci strike guy. Ron is saying 1600 USD distance to stop loss on what pair are you talking about, Ron?
You're talking about GA. If you scroll up below.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had a, you know what happened? I placed a trade, if I remember correctly, and didn't check my position size, but I was confident about it, and I left the half lot because I knew I would come back and monitor it. But I was very confident about the direction. But with the stop loss that size, normally I would have cut the position size down. Now this looks like, now we've closed below this low here. So that's a best indication that this uptrend basically is over. And you see here we made a pull down. We made a drop down, and we did not make a new high here. So this New Zealand dollar short may have something in it later. Okay, now the New Zealand dollar is clearly long here, so this could be a pullback. uh, on the higher time frame. Okay, so what I'm looking for really is just the best looking charts. You know, as I mentioned, I think last year sometime, it's a beauty contest. Which chart gives you the oohs and ahs when you see it? And let me see here, we've got a little bit of room, only 20 pips. And this looks like it wants to come back up to this S1 and challenge this. It's 10 pips, but we wouldn't get into this until down here we wouldn't get into this until down in here somewhere after this pullback starts. Once this goes up, if there's not enough momentum to drive it up there right now, there will be a pullback, and this would be the logical spot for that pullback to kind of stall based on these highs.
Lou, you want to check out New Zealand yen?
Okay, sure. Is it in the list, or am I just going chart blind again? There it is.
And then go to like the 4 hour. I know that's a short setup, but then also 4 hour daily works.
Let me go to a naked chart, because you see all this stuff in here, you know, clouds it a bit. At least for me it does. So I'd rather work on the naked 4 hour chart. Okay, so now what are you saying here?
You want to go to the 4 hour?
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
15. So, no, that 77 level is being guarded pretty well, and it's like added again.
Yep.
And it could be a 4 hour fake, yeah.
Yep, absolutely. And this would be our range here. And let me see, we have 1. This is real ugly. Well, 2. This is an ugly 3. 4. And this one is not quite a 5 yet. So this could give us a nice drop. And again, as we mentioned yesterday, if this doesn't pan out and it goes the other way, we're talking 220 pips to the upside on this. So let's put this out here. That's about equal distance. Yeah, about 200. So if this breaks out, that would be its next logical target, which would not be unheard of because it's been there before. So let's look at this on a smaller time frame. Let's go down to a 30-minute. All right, 30-minute, we'd still need a pullback. You see that? We need a pullback in here to take this short. And this is similar to the Aussie dollar, I think, yesterday, where it was right at the extreme. We could
double. More like a short on the 4 hour to me, I have to say.
What was that?
It looked more like a short on the 4 hour chart to me.
Well, it looks like a short on this one too. I'm not sure if I said something to confuse you.
No. I was just saying because it's there's a huge consolidation. You can see it more clearly on the 4 hour, can't you?
Oh yeah. And to go short here right now, I would need to see a pullback, you know, because to enter here and just have it go against you a bunch of pips unnecessarily is here we may get a pullback here because this was our first pullback right there. So we need to get one more here, and then I'd be interested in this. Delete. Let's go down to the 5 and see what that looks like. Same. We've got an entry here on the 5. Let me open this up a little bit. And zoom in. I've been working with several different platforms, and it's been driving me a little bit buggy when I come back to this. Damn. I would have liked to get jumped in here, and that's already 10 pips. And how much is this swing? Let me just see something here. That's 20. That's 29. And that's 20. So I'm figuring 25 pips in this thing here. Down to there. So if I measure from here down, we're only talking 8 or 9 pips, but we'll take this with a 0.2. All right. with the understanding that 5 or 8 pips would pretty much be the average of these last couple of thrusts down. You follow me? Could certainly go more, but this isn't a bad entry here. Let me, oh God, is this mosquito season or what? I left my backyard door open the other day. Oh, let me put my stop in. I'll put it right at these highs, and that's how many pips? Oh, 30 pips. Oh, no, 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 no. That's, what is it down here? That's 17 at the shelf. And I mean that this area here. So that's where I'll put it at the shelf. All right, and then we'll pull our take profit down here to 25 pips. Oh, I know what happened with one of the trades yesterday. It might have been the euro where I think we had a 25 pip take profit, and the when I came back to the chart, it was up I think 24 pips and stayed there for a couple of minutes. And I said that I'll leave it alone. And then when I turned back to look at it again, it was only up 10 pips. So I said, you know what? Let me just close it and take the 10. And I left the longer trade open because that chart looked much better, and it ended up being the right thing. Okay, so we're going to take this based on this 4-hour channel, and these swings here, you know, have all been in the 20 pip-ish range. So if I measure down, damn it, about 20 pips, that'll put us right in here somewhere. And if I measure from our entry into that general area, we may be able to get, you know, a nice scalp out of it. Good call on that, Phil.
Thanks.
If it pans out. I got
Yeah, of course.
I'm just busting your chops.
Yeah, no.
Okay. So now we had this range in here yesterday. I just want to see something. And that was 50 pips. So let me pop one of these out and bring it down here. And let's see if that was 50 pips. And it sure was. So as I mentioned before, when you get in these consolidations like this, once you break it, it usually will travel the same distance back the other way. But I guess I was looking at other stuff and we didn't put these lines in to take advantage of that. Aussie CAD. Oh, very similar situation here with Aussie CAD. Boy, look at that wall. What the hell was going on in here? That's massive indecision. So we've got a bit of a range in here on Aussie CAD, so we may want to keep an eye on that. And that's a 5-minute chart. We go to the 1 hour on this and just see what's going on. What is this in here for? Yeah, we just made a big.
Too many wicks.
Yeah, that's just, well, you see how it looks on the 5-minute chart. And this is the 4 hour. This is the 1 hour. Let's look at the 4 and see if there's anything we can glean from that. No, it's just a price trap in the 4 right here. All right, so that's basically a price trap. 4-hour price trap, and a tight one too. How far is this? This is, wow, only 25 pips. So we got a long way to wait for this to hit either side. And the only way I would want to jump on this is when it would hit the bottom. And if you remember from last year, the way you double check these is with stochastics. And I'll just throw it up here. I generally work without the indicators, but just to oscillator and the regular stochastic reset. So like here, I would take this as a long only because at the point we hit this extreme, we were also at the extreme on the stochastic indicator. You see that?
Yeah.
This stochastic cross I won't take because there's no validating reason. If these candles were touching here like this,
Yeah, yeah.
then I'd take that.
Yeah.
Similar situation down here. We actually hit an extreme. I'll take that short. We go up. We hit the extreme. I'll take this long, I should say. We hit the extreme. I'll take that short. That's where stochastic really, really has its value. All of these crossovers I ignore unless they're actually hitting the top. Like for me to take this spike, stochastic, the stochastic has to be up here. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. But that's how you double check that. Also, let me go back to was it Aussie Yen that had that range in it? Yeah. Let's go out to a H1. Also, with the Aussie Yen, it would be the same thing. You see here we hit the extreme on the stochastic and we have a range bound situation. So we take that short. Here we hit the extreme, but we don't have anything to validate it with.
Yeah.
So we're out. And here we hit this extreme, but again, I would prefer that this was down here. So I leave these trades alone. I go look for a better chart or look for a chart where everything matches because you've got less of a chance of getting burned that way. So
quote a very good trader I know, location, location, location.
yeah, it really is.
And maybe you know him, Lou, do you?
What's that?
I said maybe you know him, do you?
Oh, location?
Location, location, location. A very good trader who says that.
Oh, yeah, I might know him. Yeah. So here's our 5 pips on that. What is this? New Zealand yen. Let's take a look at it. And this looks like it wants to give us the 10. But you know what?
Profit, profit.
God bless. What the hell happened there? Oh, okay. So here,
Doesn't like you.
close order. Yeah, the reason I wanted to grab this was that, and it went back. Shit. But I'll give you the explanation. When you get come on, give me 5. Good. Okay, 5.3. Usually what happens is when you get one of these very long extended candles, it's going to do one of 2 things. It's going to stop way down here, and then the next candle will pull back a little bit and continue, or this is going to go all the way back and give us a wick. So when it gets that extended and there's like no wick on the bottom, that's not a bad place to break some of the trade off, split the trade or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes these long candles, they can pull back and leave a hell of a wick. So you could be up 10, and then by the time the candle finishes, you might be up 1 or back to break even.
Mm.
So that's why, and it gave the 5 to 8 that we said we were going to grab on this, based on the distance of the last few swings on the 5-minute chart. And I'll go back and just do that again. When I measured this swing was 20-ish. This swing was 20-ish. This swing was 20-ish. So I was looking at 20-ish on this swing, which is right down here. So it matched. So I, grab that and then let it do the pullback thing. And then if it gives us another opportunity, we'll take it short again. So it's just following price action. And I mean, no indicators or anything, just, looking at what the chart is doing and then, for the most part, just following it. So let's go back. Euro dollar, we were thinking long here. I don't see anything. Pound Aussie. Again, thinking long here on Pound Aussie also. Let me go back to the blue chart. And I don't know if I'm going to look for a set and forget trade today because tomorrow is non-farms. And we're likely to get a lot of whipping around. But if we see a really great setup, I'll certainly jump on it, but it would have to be like an A setup. So this was New Zealand yen. And let me see why it stopped here, see if that makes any sense. We roll back a little bit. This area here generally. This little cluster is where if I were looking for a place for it to stop, it would have been right in here. And that's pretty much where we are now. So that kind of makes sense for this to pull back a little bit and perhaps pull back to this area. So if this pulls back, that's the area I'd be looking for, and then perhaps another short. Um, so I don't see too much here. We put this line in here. We missed this trade, and let me see, with a 4-pip spread, yeah, that would have only been about 5 pips. But I would have taken this trade, to be honest with you, and stop would have been here. So to be honest, I would have definitely taken that trade based on that, and this is where my stop would have been. So with a 5-pip spread, we may have been popped on this. I would say so.
Yeah.
All right, but we missed it. So sometimes you miss a trade, it's a good thing, and I'll take it. Here we may close below the above the 18, which could lead us back to the 89. And we've got a series of successive highs. Aussie, New Zealand. Oh, there's that. It hit that R1 we were talking about before. And I was saying that if this gave us a pullback after this candle, it would have stopped here, but it didn't. It just kept going. So it did have the momentum to get to the R1 and stop dead in its tracks. So now if this is going to make a pullback, I could still see the pullback coming into this general area. But that it does look like it has a lot of momentum to the upside.
What's that indie on the bottom of the chart, Lou? Corrected average. I've never heard of that one.
Oh, yeah, it's something somebody gave me and wanted me to double check it to see if it repainted and all that. It seems to be a pretty decent indicator. I haven't seen it.
What's the premise behind it?
I'm thinking that it's a moving average type of thing. Let me just take a look. I didn't even look at the code or anything.
Corrected average.
Yeah, corrected average. Let's just see. So it could be a moving average thing. Custom moving average. I don't even see it in the list. Oh, let's find it this way. Because that may, centered TMA. Is that it?
Oh, it's a triangular moving average.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, centered TMA.
Yeah, okay.
So, we have an idea what it is then, at least.
Yeah.
And it does look pretty good. It hasn't repainted. And usually what happens is,
surprised because TMA does.
Yeah, well, it says corrected. So I don't know, what they did in the code to perhaps fix that. But if you look at where it's giving you your long signal here, that looks pretty good. And you look at where the short signal is here, that looks pretty good too. All right. Now, it didn't give a long signal here, and it's one of the things I'm kind of, and here MACD beats this in that respect.
Yeah.
So, and again, I just have this stone on set at the default setting. And I would imagine if I were to bring this into a, let me see, let's bring this into an 8, it will probably tighten up a bit. There you go. See that? By bringing it to an 8, it gets closer to the MACD. Okay, but again, that could be curve fitting, and I want to avoid that too, because it would be curve fit for this one perfectly, but then you throw it on another pair, and you're piss out of luck.
Yeah.
And where this would come in, at least the way I would look at it, if it gives me long, then I'm looking for all my pullbacks, or I'm looking for conditional candles, or bounces off of the 18. So something like that, it would give me a little bit of confidence in. But I would use it with tried and true stuff. You follow me? And it's not much better than the MACD, to be honest with you.
No, absolutely doesn't seem it, does it?
No, not with the 534.5 settings on the MACD.
Yeah. MACD stood the test of time, hasn't it?
and I can get it everywhere.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. So
yeah, it's on every platform, isn't it?
Yeah, but people give me stuff, and I try to look at it. I show you the indicator I did, and I thought I posted it in the room. And again, this data here is from several other. Oh, shoot, where'd it go? Went back here. This is from a combination of different things I got from a number of places. Carolyn Borden, I think the Fibonacci striker, I can't think of his name at the moment, MTI and somebody else. But these are Fibonacci retracement levels and the likely target that it's going to hit. So if we get a bounce off of a 38, it's likely to go to the 168. And so I built an indicator that, and I see that MTI apparently had built one some time ago um, that marked out the retracements. I'm just trying to see, where is this? That's AMP futures. That's not it. Okay. And so what it does is you draw the fib on the chart, and it wait, is my flash drive here? Yeah, maybe. Okay, let me see if I can find it on my flash drive. So when Tony gets a chance, he and I will take a look at it and just try to get it up to speed, because I found it to be very, very useful tool, particularly on longer time frames. And okay, so it's lose fib tool. Okay, so yeah, the way it starts out is you have your standard Fibonacci settings, and then here you have your extensions down here. So this is the standard, this is the extension. Then what we do is, what the indicator does is lose fib tool, and it's lost apparently, but that's another story. These colors all match each other. So on this fib pullback, if we get a bounce off this orange level, then the logical target would be this orange level.
Yeah.
And if it bounces off the green, green, and aqua, I need to put the aqua up in there. Aqua is actually the 100 up here. Oh no, aqua's down here, I'm sorry. So aqua to aqua, and it really, really proves to be extremely accurate. But MetaTrader won't let you do this in its native form. So I had a script. What I do is I drag the Fibonacci on, then I had a script that I would drag onto the chart, and it would look for the Fibonacci objects, and then it would paint all of these. So, but it stopped working, and this really ticked me off. You see this broker here says pound Aussie FX up at the top. It might be kind of tiny.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't find that broker on my machine, and that threw
Yeah.
me off, because that was the only copy of it that I had.
Yeah. 'Cause some brokers do have a suffix, don't they, after the
Right, right. So I
yeah.
know it was a white label, and I went through every single broker. I went through like 30 brokers on my other computer, my old computer.
Yeah.
Um, but I found the original code, and I passed that on to Tony. So we'll see what's up with that. So here, this is starting to give us the pullback. Let me put a line in here, and again, it's got some room to the top, but it's still got to crack that. So I'd rather that it broke this close through here. Let's go back and start looking again for. Oh no, I don't. Oh yeah, I do need this. Um, so once I get that fib tool straightened out, then I'll drop it in the room. 'Cause I thought I dropped it in the room last year, but I didn't index my videos, so that was going to take some time. And here we mentioned this looked like it was going to go long because of the uptrend and the higher lows, and it definitely did. But there wasn't a real good trade entry. This is still looking like a decent short, but it's not giving us this definitive close below this lone soldier here. You see that? We just barely closed below this lone soldier, but it kept pulling back. Each time it did, it pulled back, and I wouldn't be surprised if this pulled back a little bit. So I'd need to see a little bit more of a definitive close below here, then this could set up for a nice short. So Aussie dollar is up at the top of the list for the next trade. Let's go back to pound yen. And Aussie's got a little bit, well, Aussie kind of blew its range out yesterday, but that was an exceptionally tight range for Aussie. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. Dollar CAD. Let's take a look at that. It's not a big mover. It's generally slow, as you guys know. Dollar CAD's got that range thingy going on too. This should pull back. That's a lot of candles in a row without taking a breath. And there. All right, I'll just pull it down to this guy. That's our range. This should pull back and maybe give a test back here. Let me take this, and I'll take this with a 0.1 and buy. Okay, so I'm anticipating a little bit of a pullback bounce off of this because that's a long way. And I made it a 0.1 because it's not an experimental trade, but it's not one of the standard things, you know, that I look for. If we can get, you know, 3 to 5 out of this, I'll be happy, just, you know, for the sake of taking a trade. And this is dollar CAD, so let's move dollar CAD up here, right underneath Aussie dollar. Let's look at Aussie dollar again. Yeah, I'll take you out later. My dog is over here now bugging me. Okay, so this still hasn't given us anything. Let's go back to our meter. Aussie dollar. These are all within, these are less than 2 pips apart, all of these. So the only cross pair we have that's got anything is Chef. So let's take a look at Aussie Chef. Aussie Chef has a nice solid downturn, and we've closed below all of these. Where's this last major swing point is right here, and we just closed below that. So a pullback on this might give us something.
You can draw a line there, can't you?
Yep, sure could. So we'll take a look at this one. This is Aussie Chef. And let's put this right up under the CAD. So then when we get that new candle along, we can come back and take a look. Let's take a look at the 1 hour here and see what's going on. Yeah, the 1 hour is busy doing a pullback too. And that shelf right there might be a logical spot. You know, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes the shelf right there. All 4 candles hit that spot. What's this? Dollar CAD. Let's wait. Dollar CAD should go at the top because it's an active trade. Let's go take a look at this and see. Okay, looks like I'm getting. Oh, I didn't put in a take profit or a stop loss. And that's just not going our way, and it's a $10 hit. So you know what? I'll close order, and I'll take the $10 hit. But my reason for taking it was, again, to play this range. Now it broke out of this range, so it's logically, this would have been our trend. Oh, I'm on a 1 hour chart. Let's go back down to the 5. What time is it? Is it news or anything?
No, you were expecting it to go back.
Yeah, I expected it to go back up, but I'm just
Yeah.
wondering why this one candle is so dramatic. It looks like a news candle.
Well, there's I don't know about that, but there's certainly a big difference on the strength meter, isn't there, between CAD and USD?
Yeah. So I thought we'd get a pullback and then the drop down. But again, this should travel the width of this box, which it looks like it did already. That's 21 pips. And that's 21 pips. And we didn't have an entry in here anyway, short, except for right here. this would have been the entry, but you know, we were in here when we came to look at it, so there wasn't much there. I could have gone down to a 1 minute. Um, let
There
me
wasn't
just
any
see.
news though. I just checked.
There was no news.
No, no.
Oh, okay, so something's going on here. Uh, what is that other website? I can't think of the name of the. Oh, let's just check the news down here, see if it says anything. News feed is off on this broker. I think it's Forex Live.
Before.
I think it is that posts as up to the date news events as you can get, or Dukas copy also tends to have more intermediate news than some of the others.
Yeah, Forest Factory sometimes has some missing, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Dukas copy
It's not
tends to
bad,
have.
but you know.
Let's just go here and I know I didn't spell that right. Oh, there we go. And I'm just looking for their calendar. Um, where did they hide their calendar? It's a little bit different setup here. That's strange. I don't see it. All right, I'll forget that for the moment. But I know something had to happen here. Oh, there it is. And this was the dollar CAD, and that's Monday. Let me close this. I don't need it. Um, Sorry about the silence. Oh, come on. I don't need all these. And today is the first. Yeah, that's October 2nd. All right. Let's swing this over here. And this is October 1st, and this is not, let me do my local time. Oh, gee, local time is still in GMT, which doesn't help me at all. This is where I really get screwed up. And that was about 9-ish. Aussie, oh, job, no, that was 8:30. 9:30, it's not 9:30 yet. So I don't see anything in here. Just at 8 o'clock, the producer price PPI for Canada should have been out. Australia, rather. But as you can see, they have a lot more news events than Forex Factory. Okay, so, all right, so much for that. That's a done deal. And nothing much in there. We put the line there, but you see that didn't pan out. It just turned right around. And again, it's another Aussie-based pair that's doing that. And the Aussie dollar. And, oh, CAD is the one. I didn't see anything on CAD at all. Unless there's an oil number out or something like that. Well, we've already equaled yesterday's range on this. So not much here. And we may be making a little bit of a cup and handle here to go back up to the top here. So let's take a look at that. Let's open that up. New order and make this again a 0.25. I need to turn the light on so I could see. We've got these two right here. This would be our trade long, but we don't have it yet. So we need to let this next candle do its thing and see if we're going to get a boost long. And that is pound Aussie. That will go up at the top of the list. If anyone else sees anything, let me know. I really don't see anything great. Got room here on pound yen. Let's get rid of this. We don't need this. Okay, nothing there really. Just got some energy to the downside. It's got this solid wall here, so we could look for a short on pound yen. Let me go take a look at the 1 hour chart. Yeah, this could give us a decent pullback, but we need to see this close here. All right, so current candle close should give us a trade short, a nice scalp short on that close of that current candle. So let's, oh, wrong one. Go back here, go back to pound yen, open this up a little bit. Okay, same thing, close on this candle. We got the pivot here. How far are we from the pivot? About 13 pips. And where is the pound? It is a bit stronger than the yen. So it may want to go longer, but not much. So this may be a scalp, and we got a 5 pip spread. We'll see what happens there. It's euro yen. He gave us a little something here. Okay, that would have been our entry, and back to the 18. Not much there. Wait a minute, pound yen is the one we're waiting on, right? So pound yen can go up here. So now pound Aussie and pound yen, well, right now they're going to go opposite because we want to take a buy on pound Aussie, but a sell on pound yen. So we're in conflict there. So I need to rethink both of these and see which one looks like the best bet. Let's go out to a 15. This looks like a better bet for a long because we've got these successive highs here. So, and then let's look at the pound yen here. This is the one we were thinking of for a short. Wow, they both look convincing, to be honest with you. And they usually will move in the same direction. Okay, I just heard something downstairs. Hang on. Be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. All right, so pound yen, pound Aussie. This looks like it wants to go long on that pullback, bounce off the 18, and pound yen is already long, but it's due for a pullback of its own. And we bounced off of this level here. That's pretty solid, so this may try to go back there, but we need a pullback. So let me go to pound Aussie and go back to the 5-minute and see if we get a long setup here. So I'm going to play the pounds long because this should be a bounce off of here. And if I go to pound yen, I still need a pullback to take this long though. That's a long way to go without a pullback. Let's go look at pound Aussie. And how far are we into this? About 4 pips and 5 pips. So I'll be 10 pips in the hole when I pull the trigger. And our that would only be up to there. Let's take a look on a 1-minute. See if there's well, here we go with the 1-minute, but we're banging right into no man's land here. All right, I'm not liking any of these. I'm going to make this a 0.1. Look how far away that is. That's a good way to go. And let's go back to pound yen. Pound yen, we'd still be waiting for a bit of a pullback even on the 1-minute. Pound Aussie. And I'm probably just taking these trades just to pull the trigger, but I really don't see anything that's like great, you know, like we saw yesterday or the day before. I don't see anything really compelling. Let's go back to the 5. We're price trapping here now on euro yen, euro dollar. And that's an ugly bunch of piano keys. Aussie chef. This could give us something here. This could give us something. But we don't really have a pullback, but we do have a mark there. Aussie dollar. Similar situation. Dollar CAD. Well, don't pull back now because that's not helping me. Pound yen. They're just giving us a pullback now for a possible long, and pound Aussie. Still just flat for all intents and purposes. Dollar CAD. Let's go back to dollar CAD. Okay, that's giving us something. I wish I knew what this CAD event was. Let me open another broker here. Put this on the other screen. Let me check the news feed here. Oh, the news feed is turned off here too. Okay, so they must have disabled it. The news feed on MetaTrader used to be pretty decent. Okay, there's really not much that I'm excited about here. Go back to this. This is slowly creeping in our direction. And then slowly not. All right, but what we're looking at here is that trend line. Technically, it would be this one. This would be the inner trend line at the moment. Right there. So if we break this, it'll go down here. Let's go back to pound yen. I'm still going the opposite way. Dollar CAD. All right. Not much we can really do in here. So, I'm going to go look at these higher time frames and see if we have any decent set and forget candidates. There's that pound yen, but we're playing it long at the moment. That is pound yen. Yeah, this is where we would have wanted to take the short, but I decided to play it long on the other pair. And I think this has like a 5 pip whatever. But let's look for some set and forget candidates and see what we have here. Let's go out to the 1 hour chart. And not much there. Perhaps a pullback in here, but can't really set that up. And this did the extension thingy, I bet. How far is this? 70 pips. Let's squeeze this in and pull this down. And that's about equal distance, I think. And there should be about 70 pips. I went too much. So you see this equaled the, that breakout of the range, what we were looking for here when we have a range set up. So not much there we can do about that. And this is a 1 hour chart. Let's go to dollar CAD. Oh, this is that nothing. Let's go to a 4 hour and see what we have on dollar CAD. And wow, this is definitely due for a pullback here. There's a nice price trap breakout up there, but nothing here that I can use for a set and forget. And this already broke out, but we need a pullback in here. And let's mark this up here as the logical target. And what was our original range was about 80 pips. And that's about, okay, move it up just a couple of pips. That would be the target there. So it would equal this. So maybe that's not worth 30 pips. If we can get a small enough entry on this to the upside, it might be worth it. But I don't see anything here just yet. And this is not finished, so I can't take a trend line there. I could look for this price trap. Let's see where that price trap might be. We broke out of that. Let's look at the 30. We're about to break out of this one, so there's not much here that I can see either to take advantage of. And I don't want to take just a blind market order. This might not be bad right here, though. Wait a minute. That, and my stop is down here. My stop is what, 10 pips to make 40. All right, I like that. And we'll target the top. I'll make this 0.25. And we'll take a, oh no, let me go down to like a 1 minute, since 10 pips was looking pretty good. There we go, right there. So I'll wait for this candle to close, and then we'll take this long with the target to the upside and still keep the 10 pip stop. That's an MI. Where was that? We saw that, the 1 hour chart? Yeah, 1 hour. And that would be 10 pip. Okay, so that's a new candle. Let's take this trade, buy. And let's pull our stop down to here. About 13. I can live with that. Then we want our take profit up here. And that's, we'll put the take profit at 30. Okay. And this is Aussie dollar, which will go right up under pound Aussie. All right, let's take a look at this pound Aussie. Pound Aussie, we're up a little bit, huh? Let's go back to this other, to the blue chart. Pound Aussie. Okay. I will take that 10 pips. That's a damn gift. All right, so that's good. So you see how we looked at the 2 pound pairs? They should be moving in the same direction, but the charts were showing opposite. And by going out to the higher time frame, we saw where the long trade would have been the one that had a higher probability of giving us a quick scalp. That had to move a long way with a 6 pip spread too. All right, so I'm happy with that. Now all we have left is Aussie dollar, which goes to the top of the list. Let's go look at this. And we've got a stop down here, and we've got a take profit up there. So I'm happy with that. Okay. We're price trapping down here, right there. This is a nice setup here. And how wide is this? This is 50 pips. All right. And let's take a look at this. This is 148 to 148,300 is where I'll go for the long. Just want to write this down. 1.48,300 long. Let me just double check that again. 1.48,300 for the long, and for the short, 1.47750 for the short. 1.47750. 1.47750 short. All right, so let's set this up. New order. I'll make this a 0.2. Okay, close that for the moment. Now, market pending. The buy stop is, what was the buy? 1.48300. 1.48300. Place. Okay. And then the new order sell stop is 1.47750. 1.47750. Now, the only issue here is that I can't do this, like I can't say I want this to close above or close below. That's the only issue. So I have to take these at face value. I should move this up above this high, actually. 1.48375. So I'll change that order. 1.48375 to buy. Minus 5. 1.48375. Okay, so I want to go above that high, and this one is like right below that low, so I'll live with that. That's the only tricky thing here. All right, now let me see if this will let me do pending stop losses. So this is the buy. Oh, it's only moving the buy stop, so I'm going to have to go in. I thought I could get away with that. Cancel. Oh, let me just take a look at Aussie dollar and see what's going on there. Okay, well, we're still waiting for this buy to take off. Hopefully it will. Oh, I put my buy up here. My stop is right at the bottom. Okay, it looked kind of weird there for a moment. Let's go back to EuroCAD. So we got a 50 pip box here, basically. So let me just move this. I'll move this to 100 pips, actually. 100 pip take profit. And that's at 149. I'll go 14900 on that. On my buy stop, modify, my take profit will be 1.4900. 1.4900. Okay, modify. Excellent. And my stop, I know, is at the back of the box. My stop, I'll use the other side for my stop. I use my sell stop number for my stop. Okay. Okay, we're good with that. Now to the downside, I want to pull this down about 100 pips and get a nice round number here. Okay, 1.4700. 1.4700 on the sell stop. Modifier delete. My profit 1.4700. 1.4700. Modify. Okay, excellent. So those are set. Now, what I want are my two stops. So this is going to be my stop for my sell stop. All right, so let me go get that number. My buy stop entry. Oh, there it is. Oh, I can't copy and paste it though. My buy stop entry, copy. And now that will be my sell stop loss. Okay. And now my buy stop is my sell stop entry. Okay, sell stop entry is 145770. Copy. I'll close that. Then my buy stop loss will be my sell stop entry. Paste. All right, life is good. So this is set up now. And EuroCAD should go up, right up under here. The only thing we're in right now is this Aussie dollar. Let's go back there, and we're waiting for this to go long. Okay, so this is going to dance around. It's getting close to our stop. But again, I run tight stops. Normal stop would have been at this low, more than likely, like the normal swing low. But I can, if it doesn't pan out, I'm not going to be bent out of shape. Anybody see anything else on the chart that might be worth looking at?
I was watching the Euro odd, but missed that. But it wasn't that clear cut, anyways.
Okay, Euro Aussie. On what, the 5 minute?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of these are just not looking great today. It's it happens. I don't see what. Yeah, you see, this is all just a big meander here. Probably waiting for tomorrow.
That when the dollar CAD moved that one strong bar, there was a news release. I had to go look to find it, but it basically said that foreign appetite for U.S. assets was real strong right now.
Ah, okay. I knew there was some sort of an announcement, but sometimes you have different companies make announcements or something with their individual stock market that doesn't directly tie to ours will make that currency or that base pair move.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would make the dollar weak. And it was for a bit.
Yeah. I wish it was a little more, there were a little more, I wish there were a few more clean setups, or at least setups that I like. Different traders would have seen other setups based on their systems that they'd be in. But I can see by this chop here, none of these pairs really have, much in them. Oh, so we're up a little bit on our Aussie dollar trade. That's good to see this big candle here, but it would need to get above there and keep going. Um, and pound Aussie is, oh, gee, did we miss this? Oh, no, we took this trade. We got a bite off of this. Yeah, because the pound Aussie and pound yen were showing conflicting signals. That's what it was. Okay, so I went with the long side of it. And this right now looks like it wants to go short again. We got this, bounce off, and then it came right back down in here. Let's drop this up here. Oh, I gotta crawl on the floor and put this new headset in. Oh, I could try it now, as a matter of fact. Let me unplug this. I had to buy a set of headsets with round ear holes. The ones I'm using have square ear holes, and uh, it pinches the tops of my ears. Let me just see something. We're going to lose audio here for like 10 seconds. Okay. New audio found. Skype devices found new audio. And I will use it for calls. Okay. New audio. Da da da. Okay. Do you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa, this thing is loud. How the hell do I
Uh,
turn it down? There's no volume. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is monstrous. Okay, do you hear me now?
yeah, it doesn't seem, you're a little bit louder, but not inordinately.
Oh, but you guys are just, it's God-fearing loud.
Pay attention.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Daryl's a frightening guy, so.
I'm gonna have to go into the audio, but this is a USB headset, but it's got round. Is my voice the same? I don't sound like
Yeah,
Mickey Mouse or anything.
you sound pretty much the same.
All right, so I'll just use these for the last few minutes. All right, let's just see if there's anything else here. I just don't see anything compelling. And I took one trade just to take a trade and got burned on that. That was that range bound thing on the Aussie, I think it was. And that was more just to, just do something. But I do remember sitting through days like this and getting nothing because there was just nothing there. It took me a while to actually feel good about it. Breakout there. This dollar CAD. Let's look at this 1 hour. Let's look at the 4 hour. Ah, nothing, man. We're right at a nice level. Oh, come on. Good morning. Hi, Dave. What's going on? I actually am. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Oh boy. I will look into that. All right, I will definitely look into that as soon as I'm done here. Thanks for the heads up. I'll try to connect with you later tonight. Okay, Dave. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Okay, so one of the you guys still there?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
One of the guys that sometimes we're working on some robot projects, and we both have I won't say sizable, but we both have a decent amount of money in FXCM. And he got an email. I didn't check my email yet, but FXCM sent him an email saying that their computers were hacked, and if anyone, uh, use debit cards to fund their account, change your account password and get rid of your debit card and all that nonsense.
Yeah, I got one of those as well.
Okay, so he just called me and told me, but I didn't check in my email yet. So that's something else to go on the list. And I
That
need
was
to go
over.
look. It was overnight?
Is that what you said? It was
No, it wasn't
very.
overnight. No, no. Oh, what happened? My friend a couple of months ago, money vanished from his account, and the only place he could figure out where it must have gone, how they got access to it, was via FXCM because he only used that debit card to fund FXCM. He got a separate card to only deal with that. So when money went missing, that was the only place he could look at. So he said FXCM sent out an email warning everyone. Why, and at the same time, FXCM didn't admit to any guilt or wrongdoing. So, oh boy, I got every day is something new. Um, let's take another look across these charts. I'm still comfortable with this for the long. My stop is a little bit tight, but I'll leave it. Um, Pound Aussie. We went short. Oh, made some money on that. Let's get rid of this fib thing. EuroCAD. I think we have a oh yeah, price trap. I think is a 1 hour EuroCAD. Yeah, it looks like on the 1 hour EuroCAD. Again, with the price trap on this, I can't specifically tell it to take a trade at a close above or close below. So I'm picking the nearest logical high and low and using those as my stops. My stops for the opposite side. So we'll see how that pans out. Pound yen broke out of its range and then traveled a distance equal to the range. Dollar CAD is still on this downturn, but I don't see a way to safely take advantage of it right now. This price trap, that's a 1 hour chart, so we wouldn't have been in that anyway. I don't see anything here. Last two major swing points are right there. And we could draw this channel here, which that might not be a bad thing. Yeah, this channel. All right, and how far is this? This is about 50 pips. And bring this down here. Let's measure out 50 pips. That's pretty good. If we break this to the downside, this 50 pip marker is our take profit. And if we break it to the upside, this 50 pips would be our take profit. So this is Aussie Chef. Let me just slide this up a notch to come back to it. And that'll be on a 1 hour chart. But we're not near anything yet. So, but this is the way we would play that. Pound yen, we did that already. CAD, euro dollar. Well, I think the euro dollar exceeded its range. Let me go back to the blue chart.
No, it didn't. Actually, it has quite a bit of room here, but this is not reading right for some reason. Oh, I see. No, it did. It's heading back up. I'm not sure why we didn't look at this. I don't know what we were. Oh, we had this range drawn in. All right, euro yen. And we had possible something here, but I'd like to see this 18 be over there for a little more confidence. Well, I don't really see too much. I've got a possible short here, New Zealand dollar. And, well, that's pretty close to yesterday's range. In fact, we did that and we're back at the 50, so this may meander now. And I'll just draw that out just so you see. This is our low to high, and there's our 50. We exceeded, pretty much equaled yesterday's range, and we've come right back to the 50. So it could bounce around in here for a while. All right, so nothing there. All right, I'm going to call it a day. We've got this one trade working, and we've got the price trap as a long-term set and forget. And this is a slightly longer trade also, I believe. So we'll pick this up again tomorrow. I think we had a couple of good trades. We had the, this is from yesterday, the Aussie dollar, I think. So we're a little bit ahead of the game. We got 9 and 7 with an 11, but again, not much real action here today. So we'll pick this up again tomorrow. All right, gents. And Tony, I'll try to connect with you when time permits so we can take a look at that script I sent.
He may be in bed.
What's that?
He may be
Yeah,
in
mate,
bed.
that's cool.
It's way late there.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here. I just had
Yeah, when time permits, let me know and we can take a look at that script and see where the bug is. Okay. I am going to say so long for now, gents, and we will pick this up again tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, sir.
Yep, be well. Papa.